I got 90 minutes to prove this movie isn't that bad. Can I do it? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Mercy, the newest film from director Timur Bekmambetov. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Pratt is back in another starring vehicle. This time it is a January movie. It's a movie that stars, of course, Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. Chris Pratt is, of course, being accused of killing his wife, and he only has 90 minutes, quote unquote, the movie's length, to uncover whether he did it or not. And because this is a world where it is very close to our own world, AI technology is involved with the court system, which has been proven to work on 18 different occasions. And therefore, 18 different people have been executed with AI technology. So therefore, Chris Pratt's character of Raven is put into the scenario, and he has to discover whether he killed his wife or he didn't. So that is the kind of the crux and the justification for this movie, which is once again about AI technology, which is not the first film I've seen this year about AI technology. So there you go. So Chris Pratt as an actor garnered a lot of cred as an A-list actor when like Guardians of the Galaxy came out and whatever he's done, you know, Parks and Rec. He's a guy who has garnered a lot of attention for what he's done, the Jurassic World franchise. But it's safe to say his quote-unquote star has kind of faded quite a bit. He's not as well liked or popular as he used to be because he's made some choices. So this movie felt really, it felt like it was gonna be a Hollywood movie. It felt like it was gonna be a January movie. It has Chris Pratt. I like Rebecca Ferguson, but it didn't look like a very good movie. Timur Bekmambetov is a director that was known for like Wanted and the Night Watch series. So I'm not saying that this movie was gonna be bad. I just didn't have really have much hope for it, to be fairly honest. And once again, January movies have proven not to be very good. So here we have a movie about AI technology that is in essence in control of the court system. And so for my honest review of this movie, I enjoyed it for what it's worth. Yes, it's a January movie. Yes, it's preposterous, but it does have a lot of things to say about us using AI technology, about us using, advanced systems that may not be reliable, that may not be truthful, it may kind of have flaws. And in essence, this movie is about how technology is going to envelop, as it is, our entire world. But when it comes to our justice system and stuff like that, it could be seen as problematic. And so therefore this movie is trying to, in a kind of Hollywood sense, use that AI technology to warn us that this kind of stuff could be possible, and therefore people can be convicted or falsely convicted of these crimes. But you'll never know because AI technology is going to be unflawed and never have issues. And that's what this movie is attempting to do. And whether it's successful or not is going to be entirely up to what you think. I think Chris Pratt is fine in this movie. He is definitely doing what Chris Pratt does, which is, a guy who is trying to be relatable, is trying to be an honest, hardworking guy. But, in the process, he's also Chris Pratt. So he's very attractive looking, and he's very, of a status that makes it very difficult for you to kind of go with him in this movie. I do like the fact that, Rebecca Ferguson is in this movie, who is very talented as an actress. But once again, the misunderstandings of what AI is and what it is capable of really is shown in what this movie is doing. And it's unfortunate because the Hollywoodization of what AI could do, in a sense of the technology being presented in this movie, is preposterous in a lot of ways. The camera angles and the way it goes to different scenes, and the way it shows characters, and the way it shows the cameras and stuff like that, like the security footage, some of it's really not reliable, to be fairly honest, or not. It doesn't make a lot of sense to be absolutely honest with you, because it feels like it's yes, we have some shots of Chris Pratt fighting a couple of officers, but the way it's shot, you could tell it's like a handheld camera that was used by a film crew instead of using security footage. So I'm not saying that a lot of this stuff couldn't come true. I'm just saying the way it's shot and the way it's portrayed feels very filmic to be absolutely honest, more than it feels like a movie where we would see actual security footage and stuff like that. So it has those problems and those flaws of a very kind of Hollywoodization of a movie about, you know, the ideas and the scariness of what AI technology can do. In the way that they portray the AI judge is, I feel like that, you know, the people are too trustworthy of this technology in this movie, and instead of, like, you know, worrying about it, they kind of go with it, and it's a warning sign, to be fairly honest. But outside of that, I mean, the movie's just an entertaining movie. It has a lot of fun, you know. It has a mystery and an era of mystery, and it has an interesting premise. And, you know, once again, it could happen, like, not like this, but it could happen where the justice system is using AI technology to do things to kind of, it also is about encroaching upon our securities and safety and who we are, and the, you know, our self-worth and stuff like that. So it's a movie where our freedoms are basically taken away from us and can be used against us at any point in our life. And then it leads to an ending, which is probably as pedestrian and predictable as you can imagine. You kind of see it coming from a mile away. You kind of know where it's heading. And once the ending happens and once it plays out like it does, it's like, it's definitely a January movie. So I enjoy, like, the way that this movie is shot. It's also in 3D, which is kind of cool. So I do appreciate that. There's a lot of depth to this movie, and, like, the use of, like, the computer screens and the use of, like, the technology that they do use it feels very AR, augmented reality in a lot of respects. And Timur and his crew put together a set which is not really explored very much, but it is at least an entertaining looking movie when it comes to it's like it's a small set piece, probably cost $30 or $40 million to make, and it works for what it's worth. So there you go. Anyways, that's my take on Mercy. I do appreciate you watching my review. In the comments below, how do you feel about AI technology? How do you feel about the encroachment of AI technology, the encroachment of how it could be used against us, all that good stuff? So let me know in the comments. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this video, awesome. Hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. As always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, guys.